The views and opinions expressed by the guest author or speaker during this live session are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Reader's Magnet. The content shared is for informational purposes only and does not constitute endorsement or promotion of any particular belief, ideology, or product.
Hello, authors, book lovers, and storytellers. Welcome to RM Hive, and you're tuning in to Reader's Magnet's featured author interview. I'm your host, Revan, and today we have a very special guest. He is an apostle, a visionary, and the founder of Walking in Authority International Ministries. And he is noted for being one of the first men in Atlanta to perform praise, dance, and mime. Everyone, let's welcome author of Apply Love to All Relationships, or Alter, Apostle Derrick Zachary. Hi, Derrick. Thank you for joining us here today. How are you?
I am doing well. Thank you for having me today.
Yes. So today we're actually going to talk about your book, um, Apply Love to All Relationships. It's an interesting title to me because it actually talks about altar, like apply love to all relationships. So, for all our viewers out there, can you share what is the book about?
Apply Love to All Relationship is about learning the diversity about love, how Christ loved us in spite of all of the many challenges and what
Mhm,
it entails, what the altar looks like, and how we are supposed to uh, show the light of Christ
mhm,
to every person in a different way, to meet people of every diversity in every background, and just to let them know um, that there is a God that loves us all. It's simple. It became a whole manuscript that I taught at
mhm,
church. He allowed me to just kind of dive into it, just to teach people of how we're supposed to treat one another. Because again,
mhm,
the Bible says, "Love your neighbor as you love yourself," and the greatest commandment is love. And so, to understand love, you have to understand what it is that He called you to.
true. That's really amazing. So, it's all about love, and let's have a deep dive about this book. So, what was the initial spark or idea that led you to writing this?
All in a dream in chapter
Mm-hmm,
one, the
mm-hmm,
whole dream of being
yeah.
at the airport, just bits and pieces of it. I'm in an airport, and in the dream, people are dropping luggages off to me, and
Mm-hmm,
I'm telling them, no, you need your luggage for where you're about to
mm-hmm,
go, and then I'll give them their luggage back, and here comes another person, and it just began routine. And so the very last person was an elderly lady in the dream,
mm-hmm,
and before I can respond, the Lord comes down and said, "You're not going to help this lady with her luggage." And I was like, "It's her luggage." And he said, "This is the problem now. The people are coming to the church to get rid of their issues, and you guys keep
mm-hmm,
giving it back to them." And so it just kind of hit me in the gut. And I'm
mm-hmm,
like, "God, I'm sorry." He was like, "And I'm going to teach you how to be the altar, that when people come to bring their issues, that you will become the altar that they dump on, and then you will
mm-hmm,
take it to me, and I will handle it and give you answers to bring back to the people." And so that's how the book became. I cried initially because
mm-hmm,
I'm like, this is a hard task to do, but he entrusted me enough to carry that vision out and the mission behind it. And so it just became my whole livelihood, just
mm-hmm,
presenting the love of God.
mm-hmm. So the book title is Apply Love to All Relationships, and it actually comprises the letters to the altar. At first, I was actually like, why is this talking about the altar? And then I realized that it was actually the meaning of altar. Apply love to all relationships. How did you come up with this witty, this amazing title? Very interesting title.
It just came to me in the dream. That's how he said it to
Mhm.
me in the
Uh-huh.
dream, that you're going to be the altar, apply love to all relationships. And I was like, oh, I'm looking at this altar totally
Uh-huh.
different now. Like, he was like, how the people have divined what an altar is, of
Mhm.
building this place, and that's in. He said, but You know, sometimes you can't get to a place, but you become it for people, or you become what I need you to be. And so that's what the altar looks like, just to apply love to all
Mhm.
of the relationships. And so I was like, okay, that's kind of unique.
Yes, it's actually really unique because I was so interested in it, and as what you said, I was it also gave me a new perspective on knowing what an altar is. And reading through your book, I've actually had this um favorite lines or favorite paragraph. So for all our viewers out there, let me just share this. Like, this is my favorite. Actually, I've told him that I wanted to share this with our office because our office is celebrating like international book day, and then we have to share this line. And this is what I wanted because I love this line from the book. So it goes, "The altar is our heart and what we put on it and what we let be consumed. The altar can be your place of defeat or a place of understanding. To rebuild an altar, you must understand why it has torn down or and how can we rebuild it with the blueprints of God." So this line actually spoke to me because and as what you said, it gave me a new perspective on the word altar. So it's just not like a physical thing where you put things on it. It becomes something that enlightens me. So so I really want to thank you for this line. So from that dream. So I also want to share to the audience that Derek Zachary's storytelling or accounts in this book are is actually really good. So it has like images, just like images coming in you when you read his storytelling. So his recall of this dream. So when he's in the airport and meeting these people. So Derek, how does it feel? So during that scene, like you met God there. So how did it feel when you had this sense of purpose to write this book, especially when you get the message to like be the altar?
It was scary at first because,
Yeah.
again, I had to, like I always tell people I talk to, you have to live it first.
Mhm.
Oftentimes people say a thing and then do the very opposite of it. And so I had to literally walk it out.
Mhm.
And so in walking it out, soon as I got it, I implemented it in church.
Mhm.
Let's teach this. Let's do the Bible study behind it. Learning the diversities of love, agape, philos, brotherly love, and just learning
Mhm.
all of those different and encompassing that agape is unconditional love. And he just taught me, if you're always putting a condition concerning your love, that's not his love. And so it was scary because it took me 2 years before
Mhm.
I even wrote it. And just last year, I simply said, like, I heard the Lord said, I need you to do this now.
Mhm.
And so literally every day I was coming home after work saying, oh, I gotta do this. And
Uh-huh.
then just go to work. So within probably a week, I
Mhm.
finished it. I was like, I don't know what this gonna look like. I know it's not supposed to be a huge book. He was like, I
Uh-huh.
just need you to put this down. And so I did that, and it just became a life of its own. And
Mhm.
so just the testimonies of different people that know me from back then to where I am now, they was like, you are really walking this
Mhm.
out. And so again, like anybody, you have to walk out what it is that God has intended for your life. That's his
Mhm.
plan.
So, in a week, you've written this book already. That's actually very inspiring. So, since you had this message, this inspiration that sparked from the scriptures, from the dream, from a mission, which actually makes you. If I'm going to be in your shoes, it's like going to make me cry. 'Cause I'm just a person, and it's like, it's a huge mission or a purpose to send out this message to all of these people, and the world is so huge. And with this book, you immortalize the message of God and send it to the people. And and like I said, I was actually inspired by it. So I've I've actually talked to my friends about this, about the line that I love. So it's once again it gave me a new perspective, not only in the word altar but also in life. So yeah, that's it. So also Derek, I have read from your book that you had experienced this dark time of your life. So this involves abuse and harassment and even contracting a virus. Was it difficult for you to share this part of your life to enlighten the others?
Uh, I would have said back then, yes, it was a place that
Mm-hmm.
it was, but then through my testimony of
Mm-hmm.
just coming through different places in my life, there's a scripture in the Bible over in Revelations that says we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of our testimonies. And
Mm-hmm.
so, in order to be made whole, some experiences have to be shared,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you have understood the whole thing about the altar, that wonderful line that you
Yeah.
read, that you got
Yeah.
to figure out first, why was it torn down, figure out what the issue was and what
Mm-hmm.
made certain things happen. And so going through all of the experiences that I've been through allows me to sit and have conversations with different
Mm-hmm.
people from all backgrounds to say, you can make it out of any circumstance and situation, and it's not a place to where you have to be consumed by it, but you can
Mm-hmm.
overcome it and become even better. And
Mm-hmm.
so those different testimonies allowed me to graduate high school, go to
Mm-hmm.
college. I'm pastoring a church, writing books. I've been afforded, like, for every bad circumstance, I had a plethora of good
Mm-hmm.
outcomes behind it. And so and as I say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And so it's an
True.
old quote, but it actually strengthened me to be able to, one, write the book, two,
Mm-hmm.
talk about it and experience the love of Christ, and to show
Mm-hmm.
it and to let it become part of who I am. And so
Mm-hmm.
again, sometimes dark places a lot of people don't want to talk about, but I've just learned how to walk in that liberty because it was necessary for me to go through what I went through in order to do
Mm-hmm.
what I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm. So yes, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was when I was reading it, I was like, wow, this author has a very dark story to tell. So it must be very difficult to share it because I myself will have a very difficult time to share personal stories, especially if they're so dark that I want to forget them. But with you, with your experience, it actually gives light. So you share the darkness, but it also gives light to people. So that was so inspiring and empowering as well for me as a reader. So um, it makes me braver to embark a journey of my life as well. So if there are challenges, so I can face it head on. So because there's this person who has experienced a dark path, but has survived it. So for me, if this person has done it, maybe I can also do it myself as well. So very inspiring. Thank you for sharing your experiences
Oh,
to
you're more
us
than
and to our
welcome.
viewers as well. So, how does it feel when you finally published this book? Were there feelings of hesitations before publishing it, or did it give you more confidence to publish more books in the future?
Um, it's funny. It made me. I don't even know how to say it. I was on, like, my first book that I did was poetry.
Mm-hmm.
So to
Mm-hmm.
come from poetry to writing a manuscript
Mm-hmm.
is two different things that are
True.
happening. And I'm like, I don't know how this is going to come across or to look, but I knew I had to get it done. So once I did it, I was like, okay, I did it again. I accomplished, I did what you told me to do. And I'm like, okay, so whatever you want to happen out of this, God, just let it happen. And then, like, right after
True.
that, somebody else asked me to co-write a book with them. And so,
Mm-hmm.
um, and it was always spoken over my life that I would write books. And
Mm-hmm.
so I just didn't believe it at the time, and so now I see it coming to pass. And so
Mhm.
again, it's always been there. And so, like I tell anybody, just do it. If it's in you to do it, just do it. It is a great accomplishment to know that your name is on something that
Mhm.
you have accomplished, and that you can tell generations to generations to say,
Mhm.
I did this, and then you can actually read about it because I've done.
Mhm.
And so it was a great accomplishment, and it inspires me to do more. But with writing stuff, it
Mhm.
comes with, discipline. Like you gotta
True.
make your mind
Yeah.
up to do it. So
Yes. So very wonderful message again. So for all our viewers out there, so if you have this plan, just do it. So yeah, I've also heard that from my mentors as well before, from other authors saying, just do it. So if you had the idea, so I believe that, and I also believe you because it's effective. So I've heard other people who have succeeded in their goals by just doing it and being inspired and staying passionate about their craft. So from poetry to this manuscript, it was actually an amazing journey. So yeah, something good is happening. So by the way, I also want to share to our audience here that Derrick Zachary here has been promoted. So congratulations. Congratulations to you. You deserve a round of applause for that. So it's going to be a very a difficult time, but it's something good. So it's all of your hard work has paid off. So congratulations for that.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes. And I have one last question here for you. What do you think your readers will learn after reading your book?
One thing that they will learn is true transparency, and just the essence that God can use anybody, that he
Mhm.
can change anybody, and he can uplift anybody to accomplish what he needs to have done. There's a point in the book, in the first chapter, that talks about
Mhm.
a Penuel moment, and which
Yeah.
means the face of God. Jacob had that whole moment of a Penuel moment
Uh-huh.
where he wrestled with what God wanted him to do
Mhm.
until the angel had to like break his hip. And he still had to do what God told him to do. And so
True.
sometimes you will wrestle with those moments of saying, I don't think I can do this. But it just inspires you that you can do it, and how the Lord will lead you and guide you, and that He will be with you the
Mhm.
whole time, even when you don't feel like it. And so
Mhm. True.
again, that's what they will learn from applying love to all relationship. Just that whole altar moment, to where that you can make an altar anywhere you go, because the altar is in you, and that it will shine through you. And then many people may sit down and have conversations with you just because you presented
Mhm.
that whole moment for them. And so that's the whole purpose of the book, to show God in a different way versus how he's been shown through different just different nationalities, different
Mhm.
diversities, just in a different ways, to let you know that it's not an all bad thing.
True. And I believe that. And right now, I'm going to give the spotlight to you. I want you to promote your book where we can find it. And I believe you're also going to be with us in September for the book festival at Printers Row. So,
Yes, I
so
am.
can you promote your book and your event that's coming up?
Yes. And so again, apply love to all relationships, you can find on Amazon, and you can find on Kindle. Um, I guarantee you will not be sorry with purchasing the book. You
Mhm.
can find it. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook, you can just put my name in, Derrick Zachary, and Instagram, Dr. Derrick R. Zachary. I think that's how it's put in
Mhm.
there. And so again, I do not mind. I'm always giving daily quotes or just
Mhm.
inspiration. I travel to a lot of places, so please I promise you, you will not be sorry. You can always email me at DerrickRZachary@yahoo.com. And again, I'll definitely respond to you. And I appreciate you for just allowing me this time and this moment to just share my heart with you
Mhm.
and how God has given me this book in order to bless the entire world.
Yes. So once again, the book here is called "Apply Love to All Relationships." Our author available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. So for you guys, if you want, just get the book now. It's amazing. I swear. I don't want to say I swear, but I've read it. It's good, so good. I still want to have the physical copy of it. And also, Derek Zachary will be with us in September on September 6th and 7th at the book festival at Printers Row. So if you want to check out his book, if you want to check him out as well, you can go visit us at our booth right there. And also his Facebook, Derek Zachary, and Instagram. You can add him and follow him, and he is sharing quotes as well. So yeah. So all right. Thank you so much for joining us here at Readers Magnet, Derek. So yeah.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate you.
yes. So, guys, let's open the pages and unravel the secrets of your personal odyssey. And I believe that your ink never runs dry. So, go tell your story, you storyteller. This is your host, Revan. And as we say it here at Readers Magnet, we share your story with the world. Bye now. Stay awesome.